what's up guys, AFC Dino here. Today I'm battling against my boy Shadow IX. He's bringing some top tier Pokemon to his squad, so definitely an interesting battle to watch. I'm gonna lead off with Tyranitar because I kinda wanna get up my Stealth Rocks as he leads off with his Scizor. Scizor could potentially be the Defogger, Mew can also be the Defogger, but I'm gonna go into my Tangrowth just to gauge the damage he does with U-turn, as it does less than half, so this is definitely not a banded Scizor. So that's good to know. He U-turns into his own Tangrowth, and I'm just gonna knock off here. He might do the same, but if I knock off a potential Assault Vest, then my Raikou can do really well against this team. Yeah, he goes for Toxic instead, so it's a defensive Tangrowth as I knock off the Rocky Helmet. Here I'm gonna go into my Scizor, because Scizor's not that important here, so if he knocks me off, it's fine. Because he has a Suicune, he has a Raikou, he has a Mew who can burn me, he has Garchomp as well, so Scizor's definitely not gonna be that important, as he actually goes for HP Fire. That's good to know. Interesting. I'm just gonna U-turn here. If he stays in, he will most likely go for U-turn. He will most likely go for Hidden Power Fire again, or he will go for the knockoff. So if he stays in, I will go into T-Tar. If he switches out, obviously I'll get the initiative, and if he switches out, it's actually really big, but no, he stays in. So like we said, we are going into my T-Tar. Like if he knocks off, it's fine. He has a Triple Berry, and I don't need the Triple Berry against his team because he doesn't have a fighting type attack that I need to tank. And if he goes for Hidden Power Fire, I obviously resist it. So definitely Tyranitar is my best play. There's no way he's gonna click Giga Drain there. Pretty sure. As he goes for knockoff, yep. So he knocks off my Triple Berry, that's fine. He takes Sandstorm damage, and now I'm actually gonna go for the Pursuit, because he doesn't know my Tyranitar set. If he stays in, I guess the regular Tyranitar, he would die. So he's most likely gonna switch out. And if he switches out, I'll get rid of the Tangrowth, and this is his Earthquake resist gone, so my Garchomp can definitely do some damage to his team. But yeah, his Tangrowth goes down, and things are really looking good for Garchomp, guys. Holy! But he goes into his own Garchomp, and I'm gonna go into my Tangrowth here. Let's see what he does. He clicks Earthquake. It actually does a lot, holy shit. I'm gonna switch into Starmie here. I don't want Tangrowth to die just yet. Like, he can live the HP Ice. Not sure if he wants to take the damage though. But he switches out into his Scizor as I switch into Starmie, so he didn't go for Earthquake. That works out for me, because now I'm actually gonna go for Scald, because I cannot switch into this U-turn. It will put me in such a bad position if I switch. So I'm just gonna use and try to fish for the burn. I don't get it, but yeah, he doesn't knock me out, guys. So this is definitely a defensive Scizor, because if Scizor has 252 EVs in attack, then he will definitely knock out Starmie, even if it's a bulky spinner set like mine. Yeah, let's see what he U-turns into. Like if he goes Garchomp, I will be faster unless he's Scarfed, but then I'll get a lot of information about. Like if I know his Garchomp is Scarfed, I can easily play around it. If he goes Raikou, it's Speed Die. If he goes Suicune, I'll just poison it, and if he goes Mew, I will poison it as well, because I think he can knock me out with knockoff after my roast, because I have an item. So I'm just gonna Toxic here. As he does go for the knockoff and knocks me out, because now the Mew is poisoned, so it will be easier to take it down. And I think my Raikou is a pretty decent play here, because I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch just to check out what kind of Mew set this is. And it's a really ballsy play if he goes straight into Garchomp, and obviously I can still be Spec, so like a Spec Shadow Ball can still do a lot here, so I'm just gonna Volt Switch, and it doesn't do a lot, so I think it's especially defensive Mew. Yeah, I'm gonna go into my Tangrowth here as he goes for Earthquake. Okay, he has Earthquake on his Mew, so he has knockoff and Earthquake. Yeah, he's poisoned. What I gonna do now is I'm just gonna knock off as he switches into his scissor. I knock off his item, and that is leftover, so it's most likely definitely a defensive scissor. You can still have Swords Dance on a defensive scissor, but I think it's his defogger. But yeah, I'm sleep powdering, predicting his ruse, so that works out. And now because his scissor is asleep, getting rocks up would be really nice. But I'll use this opportunity to actually go into my guard jump because he has a guaranteed turn of sleep. And if he stays in, I'll get a free earthquake off on his team as he actually decides to switch into his guard jump. I don't want to risk a speed die here. I think he's banded, but he can still be scarfed. Like, I didn't calc the damage on my Tangrowth. Just too lazy for it. I don't want to switch into Tangrowth directly because if he clicks Outrage, I just get 2-hit KO. So I'm just gonna sack my Scissor because his Tangrowth is already down, and like I said before, my Scissor is not gonna be that important with Suicune, Raikou, and Mew and Guard Jump around. But yeah, he used Dragon Claw and he knocked out my Scissor. So I think it's banded. Like, if it was Scarfed, I think I will live from there. So I'm gonna go into Raikou, and he cannot click Earthquake if he's banded. If he's not banded, like if he's not Choice, he can click Earthquake, but then I'll be faster, guaranteed. He switches out into his Raikou, and I'm just gonna Volt Switch out of here. Hopefully I go last actually, because if I go last, then I basically get to see what he does. But if I go first, that's also not bad, because then I won't take damage onto my Raikou, which means he can kind of switch into Suicune, and he can take a hit from his defensive Scissor as well. Yeah, I'll go first. I get a crit. That kind of helps me out. And now I'll go into my T-Tar. Like, damage on this Raikou is nice. And let's see what he does. He actually went straight for the T-Bolt. Okay, I'm just gonna click Pursuit here. I don't think he will die even if he switches. But that will get a lot of chip off and to the point in which my Raikou can kill him. Yeah, he still doesn't know the set of my T-Tar yet, so perhaps he thinks he'll die to Pursuit, thinking that I'm an offensive T-Tar. Definitely curious to see how he will play this one out. Like, he might also stay in, fearing the Pursuit as he does now. He goes for the Thunderbolt and he gets the paralysis off. No, this can actually be really bad. At least I hit my Pursuit, and if he can now not switch, because if he switches he'll die to Pursuit, or he can switch and hope that I get paralyzed. No, he just stays in, and I do get up my Pursuit, and what I'm gonna attempt now is I'm gonna try to get up my Stealth Rocks. Because his Scissor is asleep, and I think Scissor is his defogger, considering he has leftovers. And now the paralyzed rocks. I will live one more T-Bolt though, so I have to break through this. Come on, get those rocks up. I really need those rocks. Come on, T-Bolt. I live, and I get up the rocks, so Tyranitar can die now peacefully. Leave the rest to me, T-Tar. Leave the rest to me. He knocks me out with Shadow Ball. Tyranitar, you did a good job, man. Now I'll go to Raikou, and considering his Guard Jump is actually banned, I'm gonna go for Calm Mind here. Because after Calm Mind, I should be able to knock out this Raikou with HP Ice. Considering my first Hidden Power Ice did about 20%. So after Calm Mind, I should do 30%. He goes first, so I don't reduce his damage. But now I go first, and that's actually really good, because now I don't take extra damage, and I get some leftovers recovery back. He cannot go into Guard Jump. If he goes Guard Jump, it kind of tells me he's actually Scarfed. Yeah, he goes into Mew, so I'm pretty certain that his Guard Jump is banded, and I'm actually gonna go for Volt Switch, because if he for some reason lives the +1 T-Bolt, then he might be able to knock me out with Earthquake. Yeah, I'm full switching into my Tangrowth as he does go for the Earthquake. And I do not want to get knocked off here, actually. I do not want to get knocked off here. So I'm gonna go into Garchomp. There's no way he's gonna press Will-O-Wisp here. He's either gonna knock off. He's gonna... No, he's most likely gonna knock off. He's actually... Or Roosting, obviously. But the Roost is really bad for him because now I click Earthquake. And I'm pretty certain this Mew is gonna die because I'm Life Orbed. And this is more especially defensive Mew than a physically defensive Mew. Pretty sure the crit didn't matter as well. Pretty sure. So Mew goes down. And he could go into Suicune, but he decides to go into his Garchomp. So he wants to go for the Speed tie. Pretty certain this is not Scarfed. Like he plays it like it is, but I'm going into Tangrowth here. Clicks the Dragon type attack, then he takes Rocky Helmet damage. Like Dragon Claw or Outrage, he still takes the Dragon type damage. And if he locks himself into Outrage, he will actually die to my... Then my Suicune, my Raikou will win. He used Stone Edge, but even for a crit, still does a lot. Yeah, because he clicked Stone Edge, I'm pretty sure he's choiced. I can go into my Garchomp as he actually makes a switch back into his Suicune. I don't want this thing to Calm Mind sweep me, so I'll go straight into Raikou. Raikou is still pretty healthy. Raikou's still pretty healthy. Okay, I'm just gonna T-Bolt here in case he crits me or something. Then my Garchomp can still knock this out. I get a T-Bolt off. As he does crit me. Luckily he doesn't burn me. Phew. And now I'm just gonna T-Bolt again, I guess. I could Calm Mind, but if he crits me again, it could be annoying. So he knocked out my Raikou, but at least I can go into Garchomp, Earthquake, and kill something. He switches into Mew, but I have Stealth Rocks up. Switches into Scizor, but I have Stealth Rocks up. And 64, so that's definitely a lot. What I'm actually gonna do, since he's has a guaranteed turn of sleep, I'm gonna go into my Tangrowth. And then I'll go into Garchomp just to proc the extra regenerator so that it can has an easier time against Garchomp. He actually woke up the second turn. And he went for Roost. Earthquake should knock him out there, so I'm gonna click Earthquake and it's gonna knock him out. I did 64. No, I'll just Fire Blast just to let him know I have it, man. Just to let him know I have it. Like he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to switch his Suicune or his Garchomp into it. Do an Earthquake. Yeah, we knock out the Scizor. Honestly, I should have just Earthquaked. I don't know. I suddenly had some doubts in my mind. Yeah, he goes into his Garchomp, and I'm just gonna go into my Tangrowth again. I proc the extra regenerator, so he goes for Dragon Claw, and it does 36. That's definitely Bandit. But if he goes for it again, he'll take more Rocky Helmet damage. But what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna Sleep Powder here. Because if he switches, I put Suicune to sleep so that it cannot use Rest to recover. I get off to sleep, and I'm gonna go back into my Garchomp. I think even if he burns me, I'm pretty sure Outrage will still knock it out. And then if I kill Suicune, Garchomp has to use Earthquake or Dragon Claw, because Stone Edge is not knocking me out. Especially if he clicks Calm Mind on a Sleep Talk, so now I'm just clicking Outrage, knock this thing out. And yeah, his guard jump has to click Earthquake or Dragon Claw to kill me. Because if he clicks Stone Edge, I'm pretty sure I live. If he clicks Poison Jab, I'm pretty sure I live. Clicks Fire Blast, I'm pretty sure I live. So he really has to click, but I win the speed tie anyway. Like if he pressed Earthquake, he couldn't 2-hit KO my Tangrowth. If he pressed Dragon Claw, he would die to my Rocky Helmet plus Hidden Power Ice. But yeah, we win the speed tie there. I'm actually gonna ask him. Slash PM Shadow IX. Oh, okay. Is it Bandit? Let's see. It was Bandit. Nice. Okay, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. I think it was a pretty good one. If you did like the battle, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Also, if you would like to join the Sunglasses crew, message me on Discord. There's a Discord link down in the description if you can message me on there. But for now, peace out and I'll see you guys next time.